you, everybody. I want to send a shout out to my friends who are here, and also a shout out to Romina seconding what our host remarked. This is the first poem I've ever written. It's called The Grand in July of last year, and I was really quite certain that no one would be interested in hearing it after the morning after Election Day. I was sure that the poem would be obsolete. Unfortunately, I was wrong. He said, "I alone can solve it all. The Mexicans will take the fall. Rapists and murderers, one and all, I'll keep them out with a beautiful wall." He claimed Muslims on the Jersey Shore cheered 9/11 with a roar. So he proposed to even the score by turning away refugees from our door. He picked off his rivals one by one with insults from his verbal gun. A playground bully in his roots. Now some of the vanquished lick his boots. Party leaders professed surprise, but said not a word as they saw him rise. Their 50-year history brought us here, filled with whispered expletives like nigger and queer. They acted as if they didn't know that his campaign was a toxic show and didn't believe he'd continue to crow while eager crowds watched, faces aglow. Now their surprise has turned to dismay, but the leaders still have little to say. He's ours, they reason, and so they endorse, while with their party he rides off on a horse. Think what he'd do if he brought into play the FBI and NSA. Like Nixon, he'd create a mess with the help of the IRS. He could reshape the Pentagon and stack the court as if in a game of perverted sport. Treaties we rely on now, he might simply disavow and let the Russians have their way if the Baltics didn't pay. He seems to love color, but not every hue. Only white sheets, blood red, black and blue. To him, that's our nation, through and through. An original birther, he's no mere apprentice, yet he speaks without mirth or ending a sentence. He riles up the crowd by mouthing hatred aloud, with a trumpet, a tweet, and a wink and a nod. He'll grindle his foes right into the sod, or deport them like cattle from Maine to Seattle. The economy's up and crime is down, but his constituents are white folks, not black and few brown. A fact that for him warrants not even a frown. He boasts of his billions till people get dizzy, but asks for returns, and he throws a tizzy. The deleveraged, the macho, the unschooled and enraged, they lap up his act, his airplanes and guild, and won't even notice till the knife's into the hilt. He has but one thing to say to dissenters: I beat all the governors and even the senators. But sadly, he says, what you can't beat anymore is the protesters at rallies. Hey, is that chick a whore? He calls women dogs and his daughter hot. He'd probably cap that if related they were not. And speaking of dogs, he'll wag like a pup when a strong man like Putin feeds him crap to lap up. He flirts with white power and dictators abroad, talks of conspiracies, dark secrets, and fraud. Evidence is absent, and so is the truth. Discerning his meaning can require a sleuth. Believe me, he'll say, as facts slip away, and then walk it back with an "I don't know" crack. He mocks the disabled and impugns a judge. It's as though someone cabled, "Keep sending us sludge." They said he would pivot, but how could he change? For this is a man of limited range. He says crush the press and ignore all the mess, Constitution, statutes, and all the rest. As leader, I say, I'm the one who knows best. It's kind of ironic since the media made him. Yet he often stumbles and then revives. If this guy wins, what survives? Laughing off war crimes and testing religion, he might leave some liberties, but perhaps just a smidgen. And what if he loses? It's, I smell a rat, and gun owners should ready their gats. In pluribus unum, but in truth our fates likely depend on random swing states. By November we'll know on which road we'll go. Have we chosen the high or selected the low? And then the world will finally know if they need still be wary, for this man is quite scary. To him, experts are nothing, not even the generals. He thinks himself wise, but what kind of owl screeches all day and puts on a scowl? His hair in a rage, he's off on a rant. His mind thinks thoughts that most of ours can't. I'm sending the nukes and feel fresh as a daisy. To him, this is smart. To the rest of us, crazy. A Muslim dad with a book is to him just a crook. Who wrote that speech? Asks the man whose own wife mouthed words from another's life. And a gold-star mother contorted in grief is not even entitled to simple belief. POWs are losers. The insults abound. Why is someone so tawdry even around? You've sacrificed nothing. Not true, he replies. I've built businesses, buildings, and told many lies. What does it take to open some eyes? I killed in New York, he boasts with a bluster, and could do it for real, which most cannot muster. Love trumps hate, or so they say, but darkness is deep, and people clay. Fear mixed with rage is a potent brew. Hitler knew it, Mussolini too. From bully to bully pulpit, how bad could it get? We survived McCarthy, but this is worse yet. His name's now a verb. Trump that bitch is the cry. I'm sure that he's heard it, but he bats not an eye. Ties, wine, and buildings, it's all just a brand, like a bogus university built on nothing but sand. He wants immigrants out, except for his wives, for they alone know his true size. It's all a disaster, he says. But wait, elect me now, and I'll make it great.
Unbelievable.